Russian economy will always remain a filling station. Oil, gas and other minerals sales make up 85% of export earnings and a half of government revenues. The success formula of the country is a saying of billionaire Paul Getty: wake up early, work hard and strike oil. Consequently, the economy and exchange value of ruble depend 100% on oil prices. With the oil prices decline in year 2014, the country wasn't able to compensate losses of export earnings from other economic sectors, the same as a filling station cannot cover decrease in demand by selling chips or coffee. The effect was enhanced with the restrictions to apply for credit products abroad and other limitations connected with the Russian foreign policy. As a result, notwithstanding global economic growth in 2014, Russian economy has come into stagnation phase. Russian people have to accept new market conditions. Thanks to high fossil and mineral prices in 2000s, an average Russian citizen was 30% richer than an average inhabitant of planet Earth, 15% richer than a citizen of BRIC countries with a similar economic profile, and only 1.5 poorer than a German citizen or 2 times than a citizen in the USA. An average salary in dollar terms has grown several times since year 2000, notwithstanding the same level of labor productivity index. The same as in previous crises, in 2014 most of Russian people have become poorer due to slumps of ruble value. Only the minority of people who receive salary in foreign currency or have export earnings have managed to increase their income. Due to decrease of real income and unemployment growth in 2015, spending behavior of an average Russian citizen is changing. The population is getting into conditions of emotional stress, wait-and-see feelings, and survival. Share of food expenses is going back to pre-crisis critical level. Consumption of service and non-food goods is declining. In 2015, most industries have a large share of credit services charges in their expense structure due to a lack of salary changes. All of this has a negative influence on consumer products and services, including banking. What is expecting banking retail under the present conditions? First, credit market stagnation. Russians' appetite for credits will become much more less due to lending interest rate growth, as well as reaching an average European debt load. New credits will repay previous loans. The largest banks have already declared to use the same loan portfolio as in 2014. State aid to auto lending and mortgage will help these branches to survive, but won't return the volume of credit issued to before the crisis level. At the same time, trend on growth of non-performing loans will still be active. Second, saving of people's real monetary resources at the level of 2014. Flee into sustainability. Overestimation of deposits in foreign currency, which played a positive role for bank reporting requirements, will change its direction in 2015 under the condition of currency realignment. Even in the second half of 2014, Russian people would answer the question, what would you change if you come back into past? Rubles. Nowadays, all the money that Russian people converted into cash or into foreign currency will come back into banks. People won't generate new real savings due to the changes in expenses structure. At the same time as it's been already during the previous crisis, people will prefer fleeing into sustainability, large banks with governmental share. Third, banks' attempts to compensate loss of interest return by commission. Since 2015, banks will be changing their format into financial supermarkets, where one can take out insurance on flat or house, find out his or her credit history, receive other financial services. Banking industry will migrate from product approach to more mature client-oriented, trying to get all clients' finances and operations under its control and ensure constant commission rate on transactions. Fourth, Planned bank losses. In 2015, a lot of banks will be acting as unprofitable. Growth of reserves for non-performing loans will consume all income received from previously accumulated loan and deposit portfolio. Fifth, gradual withdrawal from foreign and specific banks markets. Even now, Austrian Raiffeisen Bank is reducing its presence in Russia. Banks focused on quick loans with high interest rate are losing their market share. At the same time, Central Bank is planning to keep hardline stance on standardization and purge of bank system. Thus, 9 banks have already lost their licenses in the first quarter of the present year. Sixth, optimization of costs, processes, number and branch network. The 2008 crisis has already made a lot of banks in the USA to optimize the number of their branches and personnel. Russian banking will go the same way. In 2015, there will be reduction of staff up to 20%. Banks continue to invest into technological development and serve clients at a distance. In general, banking industry in 2015 will be accompanied with nervousness and doubtful future. Wait for a change in international relations and growth of oil prices. IT company, simulations, trainings, implementation.